Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing great. I'm back with my final video about data exchange using Autodesk Construction Cloud. Mostly, I want to wrap up this topic and share my personal experience using this platform in real world projects and share the challenges with you because all the advantages and the amazing benefits that this tool offers to design and construction stages of the project is undeniable. So I want to mostly focus on the downside of that and how you should be able to tackle those challenges. Let's get started. Come back. So as I emphasized in the introduction of this video, Autodesk Data Exchange is a great tool. We all know seamless collaboration, structured way of transferring data. Autodesk is trying to, reduce the interoperability issues because using Data Exchange, you will be able to use multiple uh, tools, because you have a tabular data format which represents your BIM model, and you can use, different tools, and one is absolutely Power BI. But based on my experience, there are some kind of considerations or things that you need to take and know. Handling large models using Data Exchange and Power BI, these two tools, in many occasions, it's like requires patience, and you need to, accept that you're going to be frustrated in some occasions, specifically when you're logic with large models, kind of non-QC'd models, if I can say, element or even models that have elements more than one in 10,000. You're going to experience kind of slow data exchange. There's a famous web view to out of memory error that you're gonna see a lot when using data exchanges, and it's I think it's not related to data exchange or Autodesk. It's like a Power BI kind of issue, technical issue, and we're gonna touch base on the next slide. I put some screenshots of that. And also, I highly recommend that if you want to use this tool, you need to have fundamental skills on in Power Query and how to, clean your data and organize and manage your data before bringing it into the real Power BI report or dashboard. So these are common errors, not errors, are actually issues that I faced, and I ended up in this situation. When it comes to more than 10,000 elements, data exchanges are slow. Sometimes they are not processed, and you need to contact Autodesk technical team to help you to resolve it. The famous web view to out of memory issue with the Power BI. So I highly recommend when you're working with big report files. Um, it's always good to save it because if you don't save it, it's highly possible that Power BI crashes and you lose your data. So this is another thing. One method in order to significantly reduce the size of your data before bringing it into Power BI is using this amazing function in the Power Query that the Data Exchange team has created. So you will be able to filter the elements based on the category, the family, whatever, and just bring that chunk of data that you want. So if you don't do this, Data Exchange, for example, will bring center lines, room separations. And imagine if you have hundreds of pipes in your, or conduits, or any other linear elements, Data Exchange will bring the center lines as one row or one field in your data. And imagine that having this amount of redundant data will increase the size of your data, and you will be faced to have this error more frequently if you don't use this. So try this kind of filtration tools to kind of have a good data set uh, to be brought into Power BI. So you have heard that recently Autodesk Data Exchange is also available using Navisworks, which is great. The most important thing about that is that in Navisworks, you can have a federated model, having mechanical, architectural, and other disciplines superimposed, and then shoot one data exchange to ACC and then bring it to Power BI. So you don't need to, bring different data exchanges and merge them together to have one kind of multidisciplinary Power BI report. So this is the sample models that I used for test. I've kind of appended these three NWCs and create the data exchange using the data exchange connector. And some of the observations. So for this practice, you see that the size of the model are quite small, and it took around 15 minutes to create the data exchange, 5 minutes to the processing time on ACC, and 5 minutes to load it or transform it into Power Query, and then after kind of cleaning the data, around 10 minutes to bring it back to the Power BI. So but these kind of durations can vary depending on the size of the model. I experienced sometimes, I think, around 45 minutes to bring it just from Power Query back to the Power BI, or sometimes about an hour and a half just for the data exchange to be processed on ACC. And also using Navisworks data exchange, I sometimes faced kind of crashing and not working, and it is mostly because of the add-ins that you have in the software. So there are some priorities in which add-ins runs first. So these are also the problems that I believe Autodesk is consistently working on that to resolve those issues. So, and here's the result of kind of testing the Navisworks Data Exchange. We can see the significant advantage is that you're going to have the item sources or the different files. So you can select the mechanical model only, and you can have the docs, and you can select the docs, and you can easily, create fancy dashboards, corner takeoffs, link other data. And as I explained in the previous data sets, you can see now we'll be able to add different categories in one Power BI, which is amazing. Hope you enjoyed that video, and see you soon. Bye bye.